The biggest threat in the division, most people would argue at least, is the Washington Commanders. After all, they won 12 games last season, made it to the NFC Championship game, although the Philly voice did make a good case for some potential regression coming their way. Since dating back to 1978, teams that improved their record by 8 or more wins the previous season ended up averaging nearly 4 fewer wins the following year. I mean, I don't know if you want to buy into Jimmy Kempski's lucky Commanders theory, but there's a pretty good reason that the Commanders' win total is currently set for 9.5 wins. Either way, one thing's for certain, Washington's paying a whole lot of money for a lot of aging vets. Granted, Howie Roseman's gotten in trouble for doing that in the past, but he's even said previously that we needed to get younger and he's learned from it. Yet for the Commies, they're paying cornerback Marshawn Lattimore $18 million, and I don't think we've seen he can play worth much of anything at this point in his career. And then there's Deebo Samuel, who's clearly not been a team player and has to be one of the slower receivers in the league by now. Of course, I should say adding left tackle Laramie Tunsil from Houston was a positive move in terms of player, but they did have to give up a lot to get him in a 2nd, 3rd, and 7th round pick. Once again, though, out of all the moves they made, Jimmy Kempski reminded just how crazy it was to offer Javon Kinlaw $45 million for 3 years. Especially for a team that has such a big struggle stopping the running game. I mean, come on, I don't have to tell you, I could just show you how miserable his run defense is. Plus, in 5 seasons, Kinlaw has just 9.5 career sacks. So it begs the question, what kind of value does he actually add?
What would you say you do here?
Somehow this dude took a 1-year deal, a prove-it deal, a 1-year deal for $8 million with the Jets last year, did nothing, and then the Commanders went up there and said, yeah, you know what, we're going to offer you $45 million for 3 years. Which again, considering the Commies were 3rd worst in the league last year at stopping the run, and the only team to give up over 130 yards rushing per game and still have a winning record, tells you all you need to know. Having said that, Washington can still make plays and can still be dangerous thanks to the play from Jaden Daniels. But it's also important to note that this is a team that is vastly on the downhill slide, or at least over the hill in terms of age, because they have 30 players who are at least 29 years old or older. By the way, for comparison, the Eagles roster only has 8 of those players at 29 or older. Like I say, even if their offense is good, the pass defense and run defense aren't locks at all to improve, let alone hold serve.